So I'm basically going to break down the 3 different types of post-bac programs that you can do as a pre-medicine student, which ones will actually help you get into medical school. Welcome back to my channel. If you're watching this video, you probably saw the title and you were like, wait a minute, huh? What? Like, what is this coming from? But as you guys are going to be seeing for these next couple of videos, I'm shifting the content on my channel to be focused on my journey to medical school. As you guys know, I aspire to be an obstetrician and a gynecologist, and in order to be those things, I have to go to medical school. I'm a first-generation college student. I'm the first person to ever get anything higher than a bachelor's degree in my family, and I will be the first doctor in my family. So it's been very difficult for me to be successful when I have no guidance on this path. I really want to make this channel an outlet for anybody out there who's dreaming of going to medical school, who's dreaming of being a doctor, but they have found themselves away from the traditional path. I know a lot of you who are a little bit younger than me or even the same age, on the same path as me, you're looking to see what I'm doing to see if you can do something similar in order to get the same results that we both want, which is to get into medical school. And a lot of you have messaged me separately to ask me if I recommend my master's program or my school in general. And I definitely don't want this to be a bashing video, but I wanted to share with you all why I don't recommend my master's program, or really any master's program, for somebody who is pre-medicine and is on their own journey in medical school. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Brelynn. I received my Bachelor of Science in Biology on the pre-medicine track from the #1 HBCU, Spelman College, in 2014. I chose to get a master's right after my bachelor's degree because my pre-med advisors told me that I wasn't ready for medical school. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to have a strong enough application, and after taking my MCAT the summer of my junior year, I knew that I was going to need more time to prepare for a strong application to medical school. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on things that I wish I knew or things that I wish people would tell me, because I don't know if I just didn't listen or people just weren't clear enough. But the advice I was given when leaving college was to do a post-bac program to strengthen my application for medical school. Although that is the correct advice, my advisors weren't specific enough with me, and I ended up making a huge mistake in going to this program. So let me tell you a little bit why. If you're new to my channel, I am here at North Carolina State University in Raleigh, North Carolina, earning my Master's of Physiology. For some reason, a lot of you like to DM me asking for specs of my program when literally you can Google it. It is a 1.5 to 2 year program, and it is created to get pre-medicine, pre-vet, pre-dental students into their pre-professional programs. I'm online right now looking at what you guys can also Google for the program outline. There are a total of 36 credit hours required, and of those, the 3 classes that you must take are Physiology 503, which is General Physiology 1, Physiology 504, which is General Physiology 2, and Biochemistry 553, which is Biochemistry of Gene Expression. Each of those are 3 credits. In addition, you must take 1 ethics course. Each of these are 1 credit. Your choices are Physiology 816, Introduction to Research Ethics, CBS 662, Professional Conduct in Biomedical Research, and Biotechnology 501, Ethical Issues in Biotechnology. You can take up to 6 credit hours of undergraduate classes that will work towards your master's degree, and they said that you work with an academic advisor to assure appropriate course selection. Now, personally, let me give you guys my experience on things. As an undergrad biology major at Spelman, I remember freshman year, they gave you a list of every class that you should take from first semester freshman year to your last semester senior year. Of course, you could switch some things around if you couldn't get in a class, and some were electives, but for the most part, everything was mapped out for you. You knew what you had to do and when you had to do it in order to complete your degree. In this program, where there are 36 required credit hours, only 10 of them are classes that you must take. All the other hours are open to whatever you want to take. Whatever I want to take, as long as they're graduate classes. That means I could take a 700 level neuroscience class, or I could take a painting class. It really doesn't matter. They say that we get an advisor, but really there's only one lady here who is the assistant to the director of the program. She's more of an administrative assistant instead of a pre-medicine advisor. Hey y'all, sorry, quick side note. I just wanted to say that the advisor is a very nice lady. Sometimes she's just not as helpful when it comes to pre-medicine advice, but this is no disrespect to her. Advisor. She's more of an administrative assistant than a pre-medicine advisor. She can tell you how to register for classes, but she really can't give you the best advice on what classes to take. Some people may like that because the world is your oyster. It's a very big school. There are a lot of different classes here, but personally, I didn't like that. I felt overwhelmed and I didn't know what classes to take, especially classes that medical schools will look at and approve of. Rewinding back a little bit, the reason why I needed to go to a post-bac program was really to improve my undergraduate GPA. And this is the part that is key for anybody out there why I don't recommend my master's program. For 2 years, I'm in this huge school, in this new city, in this new state, working to get this great graduate GPA. The thing is that medical schools won't look at your graduate GPA in order to accept or deny you to medical schools, especially not in a way that overlooks your undergraduate GPA. Online it reads that admissions committees evaluate each applicant with GPA, MCAT, letters of recommendations, personal statement, research, volunteer experience, and extracurricular activities. Nothing in that says a master's degree. So having a master's degree will not actually help me strengthen my application. In theory, I did this program because I thought it was going to show medical schools like, hey, I can do upper level coursework. But in reality, they just want to see that my undergraduate GPA is high. Once again, reading online, it says that medical schools generally look at your undergraduate GPA for admissions. Hence, having good grades in grad school won't enhance your application, with a few exceptions such as special master's program, which is not what my program is. Mine is just a regular master's program. So I'm basically going to break down the 3 different types of post-bac programs that you can do as a pre-medicine student, which ones will actually help you get into medical school. First is a pre-med post-bac. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a post-baccalaureate program for pre-medicine students. These are programs that begin after you've completed your undergraduate degree and are designed specifically to support the transition to professional school, such as medical school or dental school or veterinary school. The goal of these programs are to enhance the applicant's competitiveness for admission program. Usually these post-bac programs are at medical schools or they have relationships with medical schools. So you could be taking classes with first-year medical school students, or if you receive a certain GPA in the program, you can get perks like directly being sent to a secondary application or an immediate approval for an interview. Both of these things will really help out your chances into getting into a medical school, specifically that medical school that you want to go to. The cons to these programs are that they're usually shorter, lasting from 9 months to maybe 2 years, but they're usually about 1 year. The grades that you receive in these courses will go towards your undergraduate GPA. So that is something that you need help on. It will help you in that way, but you will not receive a separate degree for completing this program. Anything, you may receive a certificate. So those are the pros and cons of a post-bac program. Next up, you have what I'm in, which is just a master's program. Now there is a wide variety of different master's programs that you can do. You can do a master's program that is only 1 year. You can do a master's program that are 2 years. You can do a master's program that is 1.5 years. You can do a master's program that works at a post-bac because it's at a medical school. You can do a master's program that works as a post-bac because it's at a medical school, but it has absolutely no benefits with the medical school. You have to do your research to find the perfect school and the perfect program for you. If you don't need help with your undergraduate GPA, then a master's program is a great option to take because you will be receiving a master's degree at the end of your program. With any of the programs that you choose, if you have not taken the MCAT yet, or if you have and you don't like your score, I suggest that you do not choose a program that does not include MCAT prep included in it. Some of these post-bac programs had MCAT prep as one of their courses that were required for you to take. And let me tell you that it is not only a bang for your buck, but it's also a great use of your time. MCAT classes are expensive and they take a lot of time. If you can do those classes while simultaneously going to school, that is a great deal, especially if you need to improve or take the MCAT for the first time. Your third option is what's called a special master's program. This is also a good option for people who have a low GPA. Special master's programs, or SMPs, are master degree programs geared towards preparing students for their intended professional schools by taking relevant graduate/professional level school courses. These programs also usually consist of courses that are strictly offered to the students in that particular SMP. Now, each SMP is different, so of course you have to do your research. Usually SMPs are a lot more competitive to get into, and they may or they may not go towards your undergraduate GPA. Also, something that I failed to mention was that most of these SMP programs will require you to have already taken taking your MCAT, and you will need your MCAT score to apply to the program. Some post-bacs don't require your MCAT, some do. Some programs will require your GRE. I was able to apply to a wide variety of schools because I took both my GRE and my MCAT. You have to do your research to make sure. Once again, my master's program could be considered a special master's program because it is specially designed for pre-professional students, but the grades that we receive from our courses go towards our graduate GPA, and they don't offer us with any other assistance other than advising from an administrative assistant in order for us to get into medical school. Now, they say that post-bac programs are usually for people who were non-science in undergrad. So if you decided your junior year after you've been an art major for 2 years, then a post-bac program will be great for you to take the classes that are required for you to apply to medical school. And special master's program are more for people who've taken the classes already but still need an extra amount of help. Once again, some of these curriculums consist of courses that you take alongside graduate, PhD, or medical school, dental school, veterinary school students. So it allows the admission committees to directly measure and compare your grades along with the people who are actually in the programs that you want to be in. Again, that's not the case for me because I'm only taking classes with other people who are also in my program. I know that's a lot of information, but again, I wish somebody broke it down for me when I was thinking about what I wanted to do next, when I knew that my plan A, going to medical school, wasn't going to happen directly after college. So if you've also been advised to do a post-bac after college, these are the things that you need to think about. Do I need to improve my undergraduate GPA? Will I have completed all of the required courses for me to apply to my pre-professional school of choice after I graduate college? Am I applying to a school that has a direct linkage to a professional school of my choice? Do I care about going to school for another year or another 2 years just to receive a certificate, or is a master's degree a must for me? Have I already taken the MCAT? If so, do I need a program that includes MCAT prep courses to prepare me to take it again or not? Am I willing to take the GRE, or is my MCAT score competitive enough to apply to graduate programs alone? I just suggest you do your research and you choose what program is right for you depending on where you're at right now and what your goals are. If I were to do this over again, I would only choose a program that had a direct linkage to a medical school or schools that have MCAT prep embedded in their curriculum. Something else that you should think about is the length of the program. The reason this is important is because you apply for medical school June 1st, the year before you will actually go to medical school. That means that if your program is for 2 years and it doesn't include an MCAT prep course, like mine, you have to decide if you would be able to commit the hours that it will take to study for MCAT as well as doing your master's program at the same time, or if you will take more time after you receive your degree to study for the MCAT. That may be the case, and that's a great option, but if you graduate in May and your application has to be in by June 1st, you're a whole nother year. You already missed your window to apply. Also, something to keep in mind, something that I found when I did my research, reaching out to different medical schools that I wanted to go to, a lot of the schools didn't want me to apply until I finished my program so that they could see all of my grades, which means that even if I had my MCAT score ready to go and I wanted to apply the summer before my last year, I couldn't because the schools would still want to see my last year of the school. So yes, taking a gap year is very confusing. It's very hard. I definitely don't have all the answers, but I've made a lot of mistakes thus far. And that is why my journey to medical school is going to be a very interesting one, but I want to take you guys along with me. So in my next video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys exactly what my plan is, what exactly my journey to medical school will entail. I hope you guys will join me on this journey. If you want to, make sure you are subscribed to my channel, ring the bell, that way you don't miss a notification from me, and follow me at beautyandbrains_5 for post notification updates. Comment down below any future upload suggestions that you guys may want me to do. In the meantime, I'm going to be sticking to my grad school vlogs, so if you guys like those, stay tuned because they are coming. I do want to leave you guys with some positivity today. So if nobody has told you today or this week or this month or ever in your life, you will be able to accomplish the goals that you set out for yourself. Don't doubt yourself. It will happen. Just continue to work hard, stay focused. I believe in you. If you consider yourself to be Beauty and Brains, make sure you guys join the movement and shop the merch at beautyandbrainsapparel.com. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.